What would another Super Bowl mean for Aaron Rodgers' legacy?
It would mean he's closer to meaning. LeBron James at 4 chips doesn't mean much in comparison to 6, but 5 gets him closer to 6.
Okay.
So 4 means nothing, but 5 gets you closer to the number of meaning. Aaron Rodgers, 2 doesn't necessarily mean a ton, but 2 gets you closer to 3, and 3 is the separation point.
Okay.
3 is the differentiation point. There are 12 quarterbacks that have won 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
You got the likes of Ben Roethlisberger, Jim Plunkett, Bob Greasy, etc. But it's only 3 that have won 3+. That's when you get into the aspect of Montana. That's when you get into the aspect of Brady. That's when you get into the aspect of the other greats. So when you talk about Aaron Rodgers, yes, Terry Bradshaw, when you talk about Aaron Rodgers, he has to figure out how to not just be talked about as the most talented, which we so often talk about him as, but how can he go from the most talented to the best? What you're looking at here is multiple MVPs and multiple Super Bowl titles. That's when you see the Montana, that's when you see the Manning, that's when you see the Brady. Right now, Aaron Rodgers in resume form, same amount of titles as Russell Wilson, and he has multiple MVPs, but Aaron Rodgers is currently greater than his resume. And for him to win another title, now at least his talent cell and his resume will be parallel to each other.
I feel you. I'm not going to go there with you, though. And I feel you, but I'm just going to let your hand go. Your palms were sweaty. I was like, let them go. You ever do that in church? The pastor be like, everybody hold hands. You be like, oh, hey, I'm going to pray for your hand. What's wrong with you, Dusty? Okay, here we go. Aaron Rodgers winning a second Super Bowl would not mean as much to your legacy as you think. Let's start here. If Aaron Rodgers retires with just 1 Super Bowl ring, it's going to look and feel the exact same as if he were to retire with 2 Super Bowl rings. Let me make this argument why. Okay. I don't know about you, Acho, but I get a lot of email updates, you know. Dak obviously hit me with the Venmo last segment, so I had to activate the law firm. I got one the other day. Coachella is back. Did you get that yet? Okay. You been to Coachella yet?
I have not.
You have not? Oh, perfect. So this is a blank canvas over here. Let me start to paint. Okay, if you go to Coachella for the first time, everybody's thinking, okay, there's levels to going to Coachella. The first level is just go out there and then camp out. You know, just go to houses and mansions and just party out, and that's it. That's the basic party broke level. Okay, then there's another level, general admission. Now, general admission sounds like what it is. It's general admission. Coachella is huge. So if you're in general admission, you in Gen Pop. 3 house in the cot, bro. I'm talking about you going through the struggle. It's okay. Now, some people out there with $5 to their name start to think, I got to get away from Gen Pop, general admission. So let me do something different. A VIP pass. Now, when you get a VIP pass, you get that lanyard, you walking around different colored, you know you do, right? But I made that mistake. It's not a mistake. I made that price and I made that purchase. You walk into VIP and you're thinking, see you later, peasants. This is your second ring if you're Aaron Rodgers. See you later, peasants. And you walk into VIP and the first thing that hits you is, damn, it's a lot of people in here too. You're looking around like, okay. And then you start to say, what's the difference between VIP and general admission? Nothing, except maybe one more bathroom. So now you start to say, wait a minute, 1 ring, 2 ring, not much difference. 1 ring, 2 ring, not much difference in name and caliber of player and resume. What's the difference? So I'm going to tell you like this. Aaron Rodgers is going to hear these words haunt him, even if he gets his second ring. That's it. When I walked in there, that VIP, and I looked around after I had a few, because I was like, damn, I just wasted money. I said, that's it.
That's good.
And Aaron Rodgers, with 1, look at the list. And then with 2, look at the list. I don't know if it takes him to another echelon. At least not as high as he thinks.
You're exactly right. And you and I are saying to a degree the same thing. 2 don't mean a thing for Aaron Rodgers. No. He has to get to that landmark of 3 because that's where you see Troy Aikman. 4 is where you see Bradshaw, Montana, and then Brady's almost untouchable.
Boys.
But at 2, Aaron Rodgers is like Dan Marino now. Dan Marino in the sense of we thought he would never be touched. Now, Dan Marino clearly never got his Super Bowl ring. He went to it, but Dan Marino was the greatest quarterback we had ever seen, thought he'd never be touched.
Facts.
But then people came along and toughed him up a little bit. Not literally, but in the narrative form of, not only do you have quarterbacks that might be as talented, but now they have rings. If Aaron Rodgers don't get another one, Patrick Mahomes will not only have caught up to him, he will leap and bound away from Aaron Rodgers. So now we'll be looking at Aaron Rodgers in 3 or 4 years from now like, was Josh Allen as good as Aaron Rodgers? Joe Burrow as good as Aaron? We know Patrick Mahomes is as good as Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron Rodgers' lead versus a field of other quarterbacks that are up and coming is not far ahead at all. I think that's the biggest thing for getting a second ring and particularly getting a third.
Yeah.
If Joe Burrow gets one this year, if Josh Allen gets one this year, what's the difference? Some MVP titles that Joe Burrow and Josh Allen are likely to get? If Joe Burrow gets one this year, what's the difference in narrative? Think about a Bengals organization that has been the dregs of the NFL, ain't won a playoff game in 31 years. If Joe Burrow were to get him one, we looking at Aaron Rodgers like, I mean, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, clearly you good, but you've been in the league for 15 years now. You inherited a team that was 13-3 just 2 years before you took over as a starter under Brett Favre. Meanwhile, like, we're looking at the narratives of other quarterbacks just as great as we're looking at the narrative of Aaron Rodgers. So I think if Aaron Rodgers wants that separation, that's what 2 rings would mean. But it really has to be 3 because you're exactly right, whether it's Coachella, honestly, any concert.
Anything.
When you go to that, bro, you can talk about planes. When you be economy versus first, and the first ain't got the lie-down seats, especially since COVID, and the first ain't got the good food no more. All they give you is peanuts. And you thinking I could have bought some peanuts in the airport before I got on the plane. What was the difference between first and economy? A little bit of leg room? And some peanuts? Same thing.
Yes, it is. Trevor Noah has a tremendous comedy routine about first class, how it's overpriced and overrated. It's so funny. Y'all check that out. Oh, Aaron Rodgers, man. I know what you want because you deserve this, at least based on performances, right? He deserves to be in that exclusive club, something that I wish I would have purchased when I went to Coachella. And I've been several times. I saw Outkast, I saw Kanye. Oh, I like one of the best moments in my life when you heard, and you look around, and then and then there's another moment. Forget y'all. Let me do this other moment too. It was pitch dark, right? And all you heard was, good Lord, lost my mind. But I was in VIP. Okay, so everybody lost their mind because I was with everybody else. I remember running into the homeboy who was the manager of Nas. Now, Nas was walking around doing this thing, performing, blah, 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 whatever he was doing. I don't know. I didn't see Nas, but I saw my boy who was the manager. And I looked at his lanyard, and I looked at his thing, and he had something that said, Artist Pass. Now, he was riding around on a golf cart. Meanwhile, I was just scuffing up my Nikes, right? I looked at it, and his access was different. They thought of him different. You could see how everybody was coming up to him different because they wanted that access as well. Aaron Rodgers, there's an exclusive club. There's an Artist Pass out there. Obviously, Tom Brady is holding it and is kind of stingy in giving them out. But that's what Aaron Rodgers needs because of his greatness, because of his performances to get to that level. So it's funny, in the A block, we were having this conversation morphed in a different way. I was saying, Patrick Mahomes, you got one, and Josh Allen has none, but it's really close to catch you, and all of a sudden, what does the conversation look like? It's crazy that Aaron Rodgers already has one, but then Joe Burrow this year can go get one. You imagine that conversation? But more importantly, and unfortunately, if Aaron Rodgers gets 2, I don't think the conversation changes much.